What do you think of when you see this dog?
Well, dogs are cute, lovable. I've grown up with pets my whole life, so anytime I see a dog, it immediately makes me happy.
What do you think of when you see this man?
I just think of someone that maybe made some poor life choices. The first thing I recognize are his tattoos. That's about it.
What if I told you this dog bit a child and seriously injured the child? Would that change your mind?
A lot of times it depends on the circumstance. I know that children tend to love animals and don't know their own strength and tend to roughhouse with animals. It could be if the animal was near them or something. Dogs are protective, and normally if they attack someone, it's for a reason.
How would you feel if I told you this man spends his spare time training service dogs and dogs in high-kill shelters?
Well, then I think differently of him. That's a very special quality to have.
How would you feel if you saw this dog in a shelter and knew that he would be put to sleep if no one adopted him?
I'd be sad. I hate seeing animals in shelters. It's not fair.
What about this guy? How would you feel if you knew he would die in prison because he has been given life without parole?
I'd ask what he did. He must have done something pretty bad to deserve that.
Do you think the dog can be trained to change his bad behavior and eventually be adopted to a happy and loving home?
Yeah, dog showing love and affection that you probably never had before. So I definitely think that can happen.
Do you think the same about this man? With proper education, can he be reformed and released as a productive member of society?
It's a possibility, but I just don't trust people that commit something that deserves such a massive sentence. Depending on what he did, what are you going to do at that point? If you do something that bad, maybe there's no turnaround.
Do you have empathy for this dog?
Of course. Absolutely, almost any animal.
Do you have empathy for this man?
Not really.
Not entirely. I think it sucks, the position he's in, and the fact that he has to live his life in prison, but you make your bed and then you have to lay in it. That's just how it works.
Why do you think you can have more empathy for a dog than for a human being?
That's a really good question. I guess I've just never really thought of it like that. I've always had empathy for animals. It sounds kind of bad when you put it that way. That's probably something I should give more thought, just like a dog, a human deserves empathy. I don't know. I guess it's just something that I've always automatically thought. And those were kind of just the answers that came to me right off the bat, but it's definitely something to think about.
have more empathy for a dog than for a human being?
I think people get their ideas in front of them, and it confuses the reality of the interaction within people. So an animal is simple, it's just there. People, in their interactions, don't focus on the person in front of them, they focus on what they already think of the world, of other people. And so it's easy to dismiss each other or judge each other. And it's a common problem that we all share and fight through.
You know, I've asked myself that question a few times. I think it deals with the human nature. The human nature sets these outrageous expectations for each other, and they hold themselves to that criteria, or at least they hold everyone else to that criteria. However, a dog or any animal, he gets off the hook. He's given a break. He's looked out for a little more than some people. It's very easy to criticize another person, to judge another person for what you think he should do or how you think he should behave. And when he fails to function according to the way you think, it's very easy to look down upon him, to slander him because he hasn't met your expectation. And I guess it's because in our minds we think that, you know, as humans we should be more responsible, we're more capable, where an animal is none of that. However, sometimes the animal is extended more compassion than the rest of us. I've often asked myself, you know, why dogs are sometimes treated better than people. I remember years ago I read a book about the status of a canine that was in a kennel. How he got 4 hot meals a day. I thought, I wonder if I can go to court and ask the judge that I want to apply for canine status. It was never did it, but I thought. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about that.
Why do you have more empathy for a dog than you do for me?
Why do you have more empathy for a dog?